Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Hopefully, everyone's totally excited for another sports betting day after the fun results we had yesterday. I mean, the way I see it, I guess, DR DeRozan is the star of yesterday's Bulls
Oh,
game.
I didn't even know her first. What's her name?
DR.
D-R-D, like D-A.
D-I-A-R. DR DeRozan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, totally, took down the Toronto free throw percentage by about 25 basis points there, Ramon.
I mean, it was noticeable, right? And,
Right.
in today's, I thought to myself, I'm like, boy, they'll probably take her to the next, road game. And then, something will become of it because people will be telling her to shush and it'll get more hostile and,
Right.
Lamar will be yelling into the crowd in the game, because they'll be trying to get the girl to be quiet. Because I mean, it was cute like the first time, and then it became irritating. But I mean, it is a look. I don't know if you've ever been to like a pro football game when your team is, play in a big game. I mean, even I've been one of those guys, scream every play to try to make the defense,
Right. Mess up. That's right.
or no, it's a scream on when the opposing team's on offense. I get right. You're trying to
Yeah.
make it so they can't hear their signals or whatever. But they definitely they missed all those free throws, and that was a cost them the game.
It
She would
did.
yell that little girl scream every single time. I mean, even got the shout out all the way to the post game interview.
Right. Exactly.
Good
I
morning,
know.
everyone. Welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hunt. I'm Ramon Scott, coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world, the Chicago Bulls. Win it. We had them, Mindy. We
That's
had the
right.
Bulls. We had our secret weapon, Dr. DeRozan, in the crowd, and also yesterday, OKC. So interesting, right? All the road teams covered.
Yeah, every single one. It wasn't even, I don't know, it wasn't even really all that close, especially when a couple of them just, I mean, I guess, well, yeah, I mean, all but the Timberwolves covered outright.
And we had Chicago yesterday. I gave out OKC. I went 4-0 on sides in the play-in games. Uh, Gave out the premiums on the first night, and then yesterday free picks here. So 4-0 on sides, and then uh, I tried to give out the unders. In play-in games, unders do dominate still at this point, but the games did end up, going over yesterday. So I lost a couple premiums, but nonetheless, I had 6-2 in the 4 games, but we're set for the next group of games. But those will be, tomorrow, or at least uh, NBA's back tomorrow, and we did also see the lines on the games. So I don't. We're not going to preview them today, but the Bulls and the Heat. The Heat are favored by 5.5. Good luck with that, Miami Heat. I mean, I know the Bulls are, still sub 500, but I thought they looked all right, and the Heat don't cover against anybody. So I don't know.
I don't
See what
know.
you guys think. See what you folks think. Oklahoma City and Minnesota. Minnesota 4.5 point favorite against the greatest road cover underdog team. They did it, They did it again with an outright victory in that game. Pretty, I don't know. I'd say impressive, but I mean, it looked like regular season Thunder. It looked like the team
Right?
that we saw a lot of times out there prior to the last month of the season. Like I said, Minnie, I said, let's revert back to before the last month of the season when everything goes haywire, and the Thunder come back and look strong. So, how'd everybody do? Looks like let's say hello to
Scotch
everyone.
locks. Scotch locks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say hello to some people in the chat. Maybe they'll say what they had, what we had. what everybody had yesterday, and we'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com as well and see who did well. But let's get to those comments. Curtis had the keys here today and opened the door for everyone. And Thomas here today, and Ziggy Gerardo here as well.
Cool.
And Butterscotch. Like and smash, says Thomas. Brent is here today. As well, let's see. TJ here today. And it looks like just us regulars in here right now.
That's right.
Thanks, Thomas. Yeah, I think I fell down a little bit. I think I'm gonna go back to 6,000. I'm afraid. Oh, Scotch. Rally Buns here as well. All right. I don't know. Maybe we won't expect any newcomers today. I don't know. It's really, with the card today, Minnie, we had just 7 Major League games, and we have the huge NHL card. I want to just clarify for the record. Yesterday on Tony's show in the afternoon, I said, well, tomorrow's the last day of the season, and there's 2 more games tomorrow. But the lot will be decided today. But I misquoted the point total because I didn't realize Colorado plays on Friday. And that will extend that little race for that division. And it didn't change the motivation yesterday for the Dallas Stars in the game against St. That was my preview game on the show. So I don't think it was out of context because I didn't realize that Colorado still had a game to play on the back end and that they could come back. Because I was like, well, I know this is an important game for Dallas and they're starting their backup goalie, and that's the way I explained it. But I was giving out a total anyways, but the motivation was still there for the Dallas Stars. Just that the Avalanche still have a chance to answer. I said that the Avalanche were playing their final game today against the Jets, but they'll play Nashville on Friday. So, I try to be Mr. Know-It-All, but I didn't realize that. So that's just to clarify for the record. All right. Solo here today. Hey, with a couple plays. But yeah, well, I wonder if we will get Latifa walking spotted bear. He has his own intro with me. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well. On Wednesday was Nick Vartini. Another strong day for Nick. Great addition with the program that they got going on, and more info, more details will be coming on their participation in the future. Ben Ruhala 4-1 yesterday. Tiffany with that high volume, 60% on the day. The VIP account, a perfect 2-0. Tony T, 75%, as was Sean Dinwiddie. Sam, 67%. Tim Irwin won his only play. More 67%ers. Josh Pope. It looks like easy pickings out there. Everyone's a winner. Mindy wins. Morning. Everyone's on that list except for one guy, I think. Where was he? He was a guy still picking unders in the NBA when the games went over. I'll get it back. Hopefully with today's card, huge NHL. We'll start with baseball, and then we'll get into NHL mini. I was gonna hem and haw until maybe the Brewers came around and figured out who was pitching today.
Right.
Yeah, walking spotted American. Is that like a LeBron?
LeBron James, yeah.
Like a LeBron. Lakers 17-7 after the All-Star break to make that push. All right, Fernando's here as well. Hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Pick up the premium picks. Absolutely the best picks from our team of experts over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including those from Mindy and I. I'm feeling sitting here kind of bummed out, Mindy, as I couldn't had a little winning streak of days. Um, with premiums come to an end. But if you look at the last 7 days, you and I together are 90 and 66
That's not too shabby.
premiums right there. So cheer up. They always get on me for being a little uh, bit dour when I don't have a winning day in premiums. Like I'm supposed to be everyone gets bummed, even if you're hot like I've been. Nobody wants to have a bummer day, but it's all right. I'm on top there last 30 days at 2,200. But look at Sam right there, 2,100 with far less volume than I and Ralph Raymond as well. You'd have to think that's a pretty good number. Tiffany's up there getting it done like she knows how. Plus 1153. Collins a plus a dime over the last month. Ben plus a dime. So those are good numbers. And there it is, the bad news. So you can see, giving a little bit back here over the last 2 days. So I'll be back. I'll be back, Mindy. Matt D here today. All right. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages on Thursday. Basketball with that day off. We've mentioned the 2 games. See who's got packages are ready. I don't know. It's hockey day. So Ben's got a 3-pack in the MLB. Tony T has a best bet in the MLB. Collins, 4 baseball and 1 hockey in a 5-pack. Daniel's got an MLB play with a $15 special. Tim's got a play in MLB, his best bet of the day. So those are some of the happenings over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Mindy's in action, loaded up some plays already as well. I see there, Mindy.
Yes, I have some in, but I'm waiting for a couple more, like we had talked about, and I want to take a look at that pitching matchup there with the Brewers on the Padres.
Yeah, can't be throwing any junk ballers out there today. They're going to have to decide what they're going to do. We'll talk about that game. Maybe we can speculate and see who we think is going to pitch for the Brewers. I'll keep an eye out as well. I'll keep the tweet deck open, keep the line service open, and see if there's any clue. Does anybody have any experience out there that live close to San Diego that maybe can suit up for the Brewers? All right. A few more. Hey, Kong is here. Hey. How you been, Kong? Haven't seen you in a couple days. Maybe you've been there and we just haven't heard. Maybe you've been busy. Haven't been able to check in, but let me know what you got today, Kong. I'm looking for a few winners, actually. Oh, that baseball card. Mindy, what you had a profitable day. We'd like, obviously you'd like to be a little bit better, but hey, you end up in the green. Anything stand out for you winning wise?
Well, I squeaked through the victories there with the over on the Chicago game. Just barely got that one. Then, of course, had the Thunder, like everyone else kind of did here. And then, of course, Major League Baseball, still had, just an okay day. Like, Scott had talked about missed with Toronto on the run line, missed with the Orioles on the run line, that sort of thing. But quite a few winners yesterday on Major League Baseball. Still rolling with the Rays.
Yeah, I mean, why leave them off at this point? I mean,
yeah,
against Sale, I feel bad that I didn't get involved. Like I kind of always make that little joke. Keep going to the same teams. It feels like we're cheating, and then I don't.
Then you don't
get on the Rays. Well, they had again. I was influenced by the Sharps a little bit. They, it seemed like they were kind of on Boston. I think that's why we saw, so since the last several games where the Rays have been, they've been going up in price, certainly, well deserved.
Sure.
But yesterday was actually kind of a cheap price, right? Because they're starting a prospect. I even joked and said, "Oh, he'll probably be really good. I mean, he's on the Rays after all, type of thing, right?" And I'm like,
Right.
"Oh," and then Boston's coming in with the Sale, and everybody agree. He hasn't looked good, right? He's definitely got to clean it up if he's gonna, be anywhere close to the pitcher that he used to be. And the Rays really, got to him and pounded him, right? So
Yep.
felt just crummy about that. Just go with it. Just go with the Rays. The old quote, right? The old quote from one of our favorite guys. They're begging him to take the Rays. Why not? Why didn't I take him? So, all right, we'll get rolling with the show. Uh, Not much going on there's just some, I won't say just some regulars here today, but
But the regulars are here today.
so pick up our premium pick packages. We'll be back. Rodney's here today. Yeah, well, we're just waiting for him to lose. Like I said, I mentioned it. I don't know if it, 14-1. That's pretty good. You get a pretty big head start with the Rays this season. So, all right, let's just get rolling. Get start show. Maybe we get a really, I'm sure when like a short show once in a while. We'll start with Major League Baseball because there is a couple of day games today. So why not start with the baseball and save the hockey, especially with that massive card today.
My dog's super bugging me today. I don't know what she wants.
There she is again.
The giant dog, Juno, the giant
She's
dog.
got to weigh like 150.
At least.
Really?
Yeah, big. Big
Wow. Wow.
Not as big as the mini donkeys, but pretty big. I mean, the mini donkeys are, a couple. Like
Anybody wants to see those? Is that video still available? Don't you have a video?
Yeah, I do have the video with the donkeys. It was when I did the 49ers game way back. So I thought it'd be funny to, pretend like I was, 49er with the donkeys carrying my gold. And now then the little dogs get jealous. Okay, little dogs.
JPZ's trying to entice me into putting up some football plays today.
The footballers.
Well, I didn't play any Champions League. There's probably not much. I'm probably not going to be getting involved in any Europa League today, even with the short card. But some nice matchups today. But usually, when I'm branching out in the middle like this, I do love, a lot of these games. But, I want to be able to get these other. I'm saying there he is. Yeah. See, I can't even get it right. He's got, Euro baskets today. So I should be more, not even. I see him move on the game right now. All the way the total's moving higher in that game that JPC mentioned. So Demetrius here today. Yeah. Oh, Curtis, I do have a dog here.
Just doesn't get quite the airtime as these other folks.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Joining us
Hi, Brandon.
Brandon here. Also talking about he's talking about some Europa football there at least.
Brandon is my neighbor. Hi.
Okay, great.
Street by Tiff. Yeah.
Well, wow. I mean, no disrespect. I mean, Mindy's got. Look, I mean, I know that we're a little extreme here on our show. We've got some of the best people in our chat, some real experts that love sports betting. Mindy's neighbor, Brandon, getting a shout out from me because I'm just shocked, Mindy, you have a neighbor willing to come into our chat and talk
Right.
EuroLeague soccer. I mean, what kind of neighborhood are you living in there?
An awesome one.
A bunch
I have
of gamblers, a bunch of
There's a
sports
bunch of
gamblers.
gamblers. Yes, there is a bunch of gamblers on the block. It is true.
Is there something I don't know? What's something in the water there where you live? Everybody is probably. I should be moving to where you are.
Right. Maybe this is the sports betting capital of the world, not Las Vegas. Maybe it's right here in Council Bluffs.
Brandon just happens to live next to a lady that wanted to start her own sports betting channel, and he just happens to be such a fan of sports, and he's betting not champions, the second best uh, international club team league, if you will.
Well, I know
Europa League.
Brandon still plays soccer. See, like
Okay.
me, I'm getting too
No,
old to still do all this stuff,
yeah.
but he's
Well,
able in good shape enough to do all that.
Yeah,
And then I know he travels back and forth to the UK for work as well. So
okay. Well, yeah, and people who like soccer or still play, especially when they're, into their adult years, follow soccer quite religiously and know all of, a lot of the teams and everything. Not everybody, but hey, Reno is here today also. Well, and Reno is talking a little baseball with us, talking about the Twins. So let's get started on the show. And take a look at what's going to happen today. We're going to go to the major leagues to start. So get ready with your notes, with your comments, with your picks on today's show. And help me out. All right, Mindy. Get started here with the baseball card to a couple of day games. On getaway day, the Athletics at Baltimore here with Adam Oller going against Cole Irvin. And Mindy, I'm sorry to say to you that today I'm afraid that the baseball lines look like a bad hockey day.
right.
Yeah,
you can't get much on the money line today.
So yeah, we not only do we have just a 7-game card and one of them without even a pitcher designated, but on top of it, we've got about a half of the card with $2 favorites.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way it looks. So your choice is, probably looking at totals, or you're looking at some run lines today. And that's where I'm going to go on this one here with Irvin. I'm going to take him on the run line today. Oller, he's just a little bit worse in this matchup, if that's something that you can be. And the Orioles have had the better offensive production. That's why I'm going to go here today. Going to go ahead and take the Orioles on the run line.
All right, Mindy. Yeah, hey, the Orioles. I don't know, maybe another spot where they can cover a run line here. I'm showing Oller. I guess there's a chance that. I mean, he is the starter listed, so I don't know. I mean, it does seem kind of like they could use an opener in this situation, but I'm sure Oller's the man. And at two. Showing even as high as 240 here, so I might be willing to go with you here. I'm just a little concerned because Irvin, didn't win. They didn't win his first 2 starts. Oller's making. I think he's had 3 appearances, but no starts. So I thought that maybe he is the opener. I don't think he's a deep worker in this situation. So. Here's Blake on the Orioles today. Reno. Great to have Reno giving us some picks. Reno obviously knows what we're doing here, even though I don't recognize Reno. It's great to have Reno here and hopefully be joining us more often. DJ. Butterscotch wants the over here. I don't mind that either, but I might be on with Mindy. Demetrius likes it over. In fact, it's 10. What do I have it listed here at? 10 flat. Okay. Because I guess it's kind of moved. There was some 9.5 openers. I don't think it's going back to 9.5. I guess the unders did come. So yesterday I touted it yesterday. Maybe that was part of my, I didn't. My totals were not as strong as they had been for day, as the start of the baseball season here. But the unders did come back a little bit with those day games. Interestingly enough,
Right.
so well, butterscotch. I'm sure you can find a place to buy it, right? I mean, you're in Illinois. Ziggy's would go over. Demetrius over. TJ on the O's. Solo is, I would say you're not silly, but maybe that's maybe you are silly, Solo, but not silly for going over, Mindy. I don't know. I would think there's going to be some runs here. And Reno commenting there on the Athletics don't hit well against left-handed. Was that what you guys were talking? I mean, there was one game where I just ignored completely what you were saying about uh, teams against left-handers, and I was on the wrong side, and you were
That was
right.
yesterday. That was Houston for that first game.
Okay,
You were
just
close.
listen
You're
to
close. I
Mindy.
know. Close to pulling the trigger on it.
I was, and I mean, I'm all about the matchups when it comes to baseball. I mean, as much as I love my trends and I use them as I definitely look at splits more in baseball. I mean, I love Baseball Savant just as much as everybody. I look at every game on that with those charts, and when the colors are pretty, I like I'm on that team. Yep, good point there. I'll do it, Wendy. I'm going to do it. I just was looking for a little support in the chat because I don't see anybody that really wants a piece of Baltimore here on the chat on the run line. Do you? I mean,
was there some? Yeah, there were some run lines.
Well, I see Orioles. Oh, well, Blake. Oh, I missed that one, right? Oh, and Steve. I just didn't get it. At the time, I didn't understand because I saw Ba, and I'm like, is that Demba Ba or is it Uzamain Ba? Thinking of all the great Bas out there.
Baltimore.
Anybody
Boston.
Does anybody remember Uzamain Ba? All right. Mindy went, oh, you didn't stay up for, yeah. Well, I had the unders. I was able to go to bed early too.
Well, it's hard for you to stay up for like 2 nights in a row,
Yeah.
Like
I
watched the Lakers play, and then I did my best to try to watch the end of OKC, but I was kind of dozing off there.
Oh wow! Yeah, it is.
I don't know how the folks on the East Coast do it, man. If you have to get up early, that's for sure.
Once the Dodgers are big, once they got that 5-run inning and they were kind of coasting, even I kind of checked out a little bit. Why, silly me, I'm talking about all these overs, and I'm like, that's the under game. And so, okay, I will do it, Mindy. Lay this run line with you today with the Orioles.
All right.
Against the A's. I have concerns about Irvin in this spot, but not sure I'm trusting Oakland necessarily at this point. Yeah, that's right, Kong, and that's where I got burned a little bit on those games yesterday. I had 2 premiums on the unders there, and yeah, it might be. Is it still 70%? It's close now. I thought maybe dipped it under with the 2 overs, but it's definitely right about there anyways. No doubt. It's not. All right. Now let's take a look now with the Red Sox and the Rays. The Rays. This is a big night. Another big night for the Rays. They're minus 220 here, Mindy. They're, obviously coming in 12-0. All eyes are on the Rays tonight. Really, they, especially against Corey Kluber, even though he's lost his first 2 starts. I don't know if there's any. Maybe he's okay. He's declining just a little bit, but it doesn't seem like he couldn't be a type of pitcher to turn in a strong performance. There's no reason to think he's washed up or anything. The Red Sox are paying him good money. Um, the Rays are obviously, overpriced in this situation. In fact, they are down a little bit here to 205. So I could see there's been steam on Boston here, and I'm sure it's the Sharps just taking a price.
Sure.
Because, quite frankly, other than that 12-0, Springs is a nice pitcher. He's done a nice job for the Rays, not just this year. We've seen him just continue to be solid as a pitcher for them. Springs. Did I say Springer? But
No, you said
Springs.
Springs.
I said it right. Okay.
Yep.
Springs, though, but he's not Cy Young or anything. But just overpriced. Are you going to take him anyways? A novelty bet? What are you guys going to do with the Rays today? Because the Sharps are on. I'm pretty sure are going to be on the Red Sox. They don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be on the Rays. I'm going to ride it until it, runs totally out of gas, I think, here on this one. But I do think this game's going to be more competitive. Kluber is better, I think, than Sale. I think it's going to be actually, I think probably first 5 innings might be pretty decent. I think it's one of those Rays are going to kind of get to that bullpen, come around the, top of the batting order on that, fourth go round. I'm going to go under the total. I think it's going to be a low scoring game here today.
Maybe if the Braves didn't have a 12 game, now granted, maybe they are that good, maybe that's why, but even if they were, look, here's the thing: the Red Sox, they're 500 team. What are they? 5-7 right now. Okay, say the Rays were off to a good start. Say they were, instead of 12-0, they were 9-3. They'd be like a $1.50 at most, if that.
Yeah, this is just get you to bet on them for sure, but they're getting the job done.
I say the Sharps are on the Red Sox. I mean, there is indication that the Sharps are still willing to take the Rays. I'm just, in general, I think, could be even a split here with them. I don't know. Gosh, what are you guys going to do with this game? Let's take a look. All right. Thank you, Gerardo. He's got a bet here in a little bit of golf with my guy Xander. Nice. Grimsey's here today. He's on the Rays. And Reno says Rays money line. Yeah. 220. Do you really want to, I'll say $2 now, maybe 205, but do you guys really want to do that? I mean, I think it's not I'm not criticizing anybody here. I might even just go with the Rays. Too hot, says Grimsey. And Kong's smash play of the day is the run line here. It's funny. I don't want to be the guy to tell, look at me. I want the Red Sox.
Yes, you do.
They could go under.
TJ says it's a UConn play. Best bet of the day. Yeah, funny.
Rocco Rays money line here. Butterscotch, Tampa Bay. Yeah, no. Springs, right? You look at all these Rays pitchers. It's not like Springs is some new guy, right? He's been, pretty consistent for this team dating back. So Rays money line and the under. First 5 for Matt Gerardo. First 5. Reno does say he does like the Red Sox run line. NFL to go, sweet.
I know.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Good avatar there. A little.
I wish I could see what the hat was.
Cardinals. It looks like to me,
Okay.
Arizona Cardinals, but I see like a Dallas Cowboys star back there. It's like a little studio and everything. Like,
Right.
NFL to go. You're our guy. Okay. TJ on the Rays, Solo on the Red Sox, and Darren Laron here today. Good to see Darren contributing in the Discord as well. Billy Mack is here. TJ, that's a UConn play there for TJ. Now that you guys explained to me why everybody kept taking
Yeah,
UConn.
because UConn was just an easy win, so that's what we call it now. We just call it a UConn.
Well, it makes me think, when I say it, because I think of the UConn women really, because I know UConn men had a great season, but I mean, I think of the dominance of the UConn women all those years. So, yeah. Well, hey, DJ's here. Nice to have DJ. I think right now they look to be low scoring. Sometimes, we say that the air, when it's hotter and thinner, the ball will travel a little bit, but right now, you look at what happened yesterday. It was all day games went under, and then the night games kind of got back to normal with the overs a little bit. So, okay, you guys are all over the Rays here, man. Of course they're going to be on the Rays.
And DJ's here today too, Ramon.
What?
DJ, he's new, I think. Day game tend to be low scoring. Yeah, you got him on there, right?
Yeah,
DJ?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool, DJ. Thank you. We do have some new viewers here, and we're up to almost 80 on a day like today. So, yeah, and good point. Duvall injured. So, all right. Well, guess I'll go with the Rays, man. Well, it's funny. I mean, I played a lot of the Rays at the beginning of the streak. I mean, I was on the Rays. I just feel so uncomfortable now because of the prices. But Springs, he's been, so far profit for Springs. Run line? All right. I'll take him on the run line today. Why not? I'll fade the steam that came in on the Red Sox because I don't want them. Kluber's lost them both so far. So, baseball, that's so interesting with baseball, Mindy. Sometimes you see, these pitchers. Look at a lot of good pitchers right now already, down a couple units with their starts. And the way pitching is now, no pitchers go deep, pitch clocking out there. All right, these are night games now. A couple left-handers here. Brady, we've got the Phillies and the Reds with Falter and Lodolo. Everybody's excited with Lodolo. He's favored here, $1.25. Total is 8.5 over 20.
Well, I'm going to stick with Lodolo and this Reds team today. I mean, he is getting the job done, Ramon. 1.5 ERA here, 41% K rate versus the Phillies. Falter, he's only a 10% K rate. I like the Reds here in this spot. I'm going to take him here minus 125.
All right, Mindy on the Reds here with Lodolo at home against the Phillies. Let's see here what you guys are going to have some support here, it looks like, Mindy. And that's from Blake. He likes the Reds. TJ's on the Reds as well, and so is Ziggy. Reds first 5 for Kong. Demetrius on the Reds. You guys are hot on the Reds today. And the thing, let's not forget where, Philly was. I mean, I know this has been a bad start of 4-8. You see that total there, Mindy, and now at 8.5 on screen. But man, I'm showing it going up. I'm showing 9s almost everywhere now that I feel like I'm almost compelled to change the graphic. There's so many nines out there all of a sudden. Billy Mack, though, likes the under. Just wait a few minutes, Billy Mack. Don't play
Right.
it yet. Just take a minute because this is a 9 for sure, almost everywhere. I do see it looks like DK's hanging on to 8.5. Butterscotch, Reds first 5. Hello to Howard today. Nice to see you. Solo wants the over, though. That's the way I'm probably going as well. Here's one. Darren's on Philly. Interesting point here for Reno. Great contribution. Yeah, he clarified against the bullpen played in the past, but I knew what he meant. If you read that comment, same comment, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Both of them said the same thing. So when you see that, how about that Kong and Butterscotch right back to back, talking about the poor bullpen. Reds money line here for Steve. So
I can't remember what that bullpen looks like. Oh yeah, they're like bottom third, aren't they?
Oh
The
yeah.
Reds.
All right, I'm going to take the over in this one as my play. I mean, and I'm going to put it. I'm going to call it 9. I get a little better price. Yeah, it's not as good as if it was 9 on. If it was 8.5 over, and maybe 9 under 20, 9 under 15. It's pretty much 9 flat now. But I will challenge myself, and not challenge myself. I'm telling about the line. The line is 9, and I'm going over 9 with the Phillies and the Reds. Yeah, the Reds bats are, but this game is in Cincy, and overs are through the roof. Still, I had the over Tigers Blue Jays loss. Just that one I fell short on yesterday. I did have over in the Reds and the Braves. I'm not going to stop at this
Yeah,
point.
Scott was ready for a grand slam there to get the over on that Blue Jays game.
Yes.
I mean, to get the over and the run line.
All right. Let's see if we can't land on another play here. The Twins and the Yankees. I did see some conversation. I'm not going to go back and maybe you guys give me the plays again, but the Twins and the Yankees. Ryan and Brito. Yankees $1.50. 8 over 30 now, maybe even going up here a little bit. I don't know. These pitchers have been okay.
Yeah, Ramon. I think so. I mean, I think Brito looks good. I think Joe Ryan looks good. I'm going to go under the total here. If I take a look at that 0.90 ERA, the Yankees offense have only mustered about 3 runs over their last 3 or 4 games here. And it's the same way with, the Twins. They haven't really exactly been producing a ton of runs here either. I'm going to go under the total here today.
Twins took the steam. Maybe, those Yankee bats, when they're flat, they're flat. There's no doubt. I mean, we could talk about, their ability and everything, but it seems like when they're not there, we'll see. It's early. We're 10 games in, you guys. No panic. Dozen games in. But I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel really that comfortable right now with the Yankees. And I think the Twins, what Twins fans say, if the Yankees are kind of a nemesis to them a little bit, but I don't know. It kind of feels kind of like a good spot for the Twins here today. But this is what I do want the under. I'm going to be going here with you on this one, Mindy. Ziggy wants the under. Kong Yankees full game here. Reno says he's not going against Ryan. The Bills on the Twins. Butterscotch says, yeah, they've been owning him. It's just that right now, I think I kind of agree with that. Both teams 8-4. I mean, I'd put we know the Yankees are going to be good. I think the Twins have expectations. They might even be exceeding those right now out the gate. Yeah, well, I don't know when you put those pinstripes on. So it would be an upset. Twins, good price here. TJ on the under. Curtis has an over as a lock. I know we're opposite Curtis here for sure. I'm on the under with Mindy. This is the one. I'm not going to be on many unders today, but this is one of them. Solo on the Yankees, Darren on the Yankees. TJ, what does that mean? Are you someone who likes to always bet? Mindy, does he like to bet last minute all the time? Is he saying?
I think he likes to wait until we give our opinions on the game
Oh,
before he gives his picks. or puts his bets in, is what I'm saying.
Lex Steele is here today. Nice to have Lex. And no, he's talking about a different game, but I just want to shout him out. Always visits us. Steph is Twins money line. Good to have Steph here today. And Demetrius on Yankees and under. And Walking Spotted Bear does like the over. So, yeah, these, I just feel like these pitchers are pitching well. Maybe, look, I'm all about overs at this point, and we're not getting the best. There were some 8.5 openers, and look, it's juiced up 8 over 30 now at some spots. So I would imagine. Let me see. I don't know, Mindy. We might even find ourselves an 8.5. Yes. Oh yeah. In fact, boy, there's 8.5s all over the place. I put these lines in. Probably about 90 minutes, maybe even 2 hours ago. So I had actually shown the original move coming in. This team has come in on the under, but this one headed back up. So I think we're getting a good price too.
Good. We don't always get that.
No, we don't. We're usually
a little bit behind.
Right. In fact, I mean, you look at I might have cost myself with that total yesterday on the that was because I knew my totals early. I wait for the show. That's what I do. And no reason to try to crush beating the line. I'm still hitting at a high clip, and I'd like to time the market for my subscribers. Hopefully, they'll put up with me if we continue to have good numbers. But a little bit disappointing there. A nerfy here for Lex with the Yankee game. So, all right, Mindy, we're on the under. Let's give us one more try. We'll take an under here. I'm all about the over still, but this one I feel like it's an under. Tigers and the Blue Jays, another big favorite here. Blue Jays, in fact, it's to 220, but the total's 9.5 under 15 now. So here's another one that looks like it's gone up to me a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of those that the Blue Jays keep getting it done, but I don't want them here on the run line today. I just think it's a little bit too risky for me because of Bassett. He just tends to get hit pretty hard. He has almost a 600 slugging percentage versus this Tigers team. So I think it might be something similar to what happened yesterday. So for me, I'm going to go with Ziggy. I'm taking the over in this game. I'm going to go over that 9.5 runs here today.
All right. Yeah, I think we're going to have to be 9.5. I'm pretty sure everywhere it's now 9.5. I show DK still at 9 juice to the over, but not where we're looking to get involved, Mindy. So we'll take the over, though. I think the Blue Jays can put up a number here. Turnbull's already down a couple of units as in his starts. So I think Bassett has a one winning performance. I'm going to take the over with you. I think Blue Jays, I might be on the run line in that one. I don't know if I can get a premium out of it, but see with the chat. I think we're going to see a lot of Toronto. Let's take a look. Walking Spotted Bears under says the teams are going under. Matt says these teams under trends. Are they really? In general they're over. You're just saying the last couple of games. Is that it, guys? Because I know that in general that so far they've been overs. Maybe I can take a little bit of a quick dive into that. Ziggy though wants the over. Jay's money line for Curtis. JP's he talking about now. I'm going to load up the lineups here a little bit. Maybe we need to go back on that one. So, anyways, let me see here. So, Detroit 5-3 to the over on the road. They're 7-4 to the over overall. Last 10, and Toronto 7-5, but Toronto 3-4 to the under as a favorite. So, but yeah, maybe last couple games certainly have been coming back a little bit. Solo on the over. Hello to Michelle Foster here today, going Jays and over. Kind of right in line with what I'm thinking. Lex kind of keeping it short here, maybe with the Tigers to get on Bassett a little bit. Turnbull's going to have a better start, I think, right? So Butterscotch on the over here as well. Let's take the over, Mindy. We've got 3 plays so far. We're not done. Take a look at the Brewers and okay, so here it is, the Brewers and the Padres. Let's see, anything yet on this, you guys? What do you guys in the chat think about what the Brewers are going to be up to? I don't think anybody's seen. I think the speculation. I'm trying to look at beat writers. So the way I see it, Mindy, is Bryce Wilson maybe could start this game. I looked at the Brewers' bullpen. Wilson pitched last. He pitched 34 pitches on Monday. The both setup men and the closer for the Brewers have all had 3 days of rest, so they'll be ready to go. And I think, unless there's a blowout. I mean, if it's a close game, we're going to get Strzelecki, we're going to get Bush, we're going to get Williams late. But until then, I'd have to think, unless there's a call up or something, I couldn't even read through the lines. Bryce Wilson can maybe open this game. Javi Guerra pitched 11 pitches yesterday. I imagine he could go. Payamps did not pitch yesterday. He can probably get in there as well. And maybe Milner, he pitched 15 pitches yesterday. This would be the mix of pitchers that I could see in there. We do have a line out at $3. Yeah, $1.50 and the total 9/20.
Well, I mean, again, we don't know who's pitching, but I do know Martinez is pitching here for the Padres. He has a .153 batting average versus the Brewers here. So it's one of those, like, I thought initially maybe it was Lauer. He had a pretty good K rate himself, but it's one of those, like, I am just going to probably say it's going to be some sort of, bullpen game here. I'm just going to go ahead and go under the total, thinking it's going to be a total craziness.
Yeah, it's tough. I would probably lean to the. You said over?
No, I'm going to go under. I like Martinez. I like how he shuts down the Brewers here. And if I take a look at what the Brewers, their bullpen, I think that's pretty much what we're going to get. They're a 1.37 ERA. So, I think we're going to go under the total here.
No, I kind of lean under too. I mean, it's not something, and that's assuming I'm going with my strategy. That's the thing with being, a handicapper that, people say they want to wait. We're not in a position to wait. And again, a lot of times, you know, you do need listed pitchers to get involved in the total. So probably still got to wait on it. But again, I'm showing Circa posting the game. So they're obviously willing to deal it. Nate Cerna here today, coming off of
Huge day.
yeah. Hey Nate, I should have been on with Nate yesterday. Uh,
Right.
Ziggy over, Solo over, Butterscotch over. I'm kind of leaning under with Mindy, and you know, we might have to just pick it and wait before we can even get it into the system. But um, that's what I'm thinking, Darren. What I said is what I think is going to happen. Um, you know, we'll see. Don't hold me to it. But that's what I'm paid to do is come on here and um, try to speculate what's going to happen. And that's what I'm gonna go with. So Brewers money line and over here for Reno. He's willing to step out a little bit. Curtis on the Padres run line, money line for Demetrius. Here, Mindy, as far as Martinez, you know, and maybe I've hinted at it on the show in his starts from last season. I mean, I have been, and in general, I think a lot of the pundits, because of when Martinez was before he went to uh, over Japan to pitch, um, maybe he was not perceived as a good pitcher. He worked on things. He's come back. He's obviously showing that he can be a consistent, durable pitcher. I mean, he is in the rotation. The Padres are paying him. If anybody, for all those people that were critical of him, he's still getting paid pretty good. Not, superstar money, but I mean, they gave him a pretty good contract. So they believed in him. TJ on the Padres. First 5 under here. Under and dogs for Michelle. Michelle's willing to kind of turn it around a little bit, start heading under. I don't want to at this point. This game I might, though. Especially, if it hits the total that I'm speculating that it might be at. And that is at 9 under. So, okay. Let's sign up for it, Mindy. We'll sign up at under 9 in the game. She'll talk about all these overs, and here we are, Mindy. We're going to be on 2 unders tonight. We'll probably, like I said, have to wait for this one as far as getting on this game, but we'll go under tonight. And maybe the Padres will be able to pull this one off. All right. Yeah, I see Martinez. He's giving up some runs. I agree with that so far. I mean, he's got an ERA of what, near 6 or something, 6 or so far. So I like him. I like him to go out there and deal you innings. That's all. Deal you consistent innings. Okay. There's another play, Mindy. We'll take the under in the Padre game tonight, despite our, despite the lack of information. There's I might have missed a game here, huh?
The Cardinals.
We can't miss the Cards. Montgomery here, another big favorite. Minus 250 or so. The total's 8.5.
Yeah, I mean Velasquez, hasn't been necessarily great. Montgomery, though, he's averaging about 6 Ks a game here. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Minus 1.5 runs here, minus 125.
Yeah, I'll agree with you here. Let's get on one more.
All right.
Short card. We're going to be on some games. That's okay. We'll take the Cardinals here. I feel like with the up against the Pirates, we're back to normal a little bit, starting to get back to normal for these two teams. Velasquez, the Pirates have lost both of Velasquez's starts so far. And Montgomery has been profitable so far in his starts. So why not? Pirates run line, though, here for Ziggy. And looks like Kong gave us some plays here in the game. St. Louis first 5. St. Louis run line. St. Louis alternate run line. Kong really likes St. Louis.
I guess there's lots of St. Louis plays right there.
Solo just likes the game. Pittsburgh and Cardinals. Brent likes Cardinals on the run line here. There's what Solo was saying. Solo says under in this game. Yeah, this might be a game where, oh man, on the total, on the surface, maybe I like the under, but the sharps are probably going to move on the over, I'm thinking. And Butterscotch here on St. Louis. Yep, O'Neill Cruz out for a while. I didn't actually see what the injury was. It looked like it would be a knee injury the way he awkwardly went in. And I talked about the play itself on Tony's show yesterday about, younger players really they're learning how to hit and they're not learning how to slide. I'm an excellent slider, Mindy, and I haven't been on the field in about a year, but I was still doing, even in rec softball, going out there in my jeans, because that's the way I do it. I'm the guy wearing the jeans that people say, look at the guy wearing jeans. But then I do the thing about wearing jeans is that they're better than baseball pants when you're playing rec softball because the fields are crappy. And I'm out there doing pop-up slides in my jeans. And people are like, the guy in the jeans is doing pop-up slides. Okay. Cardinals run line. Huh?
Don't you get a little sweaty, though, in your jeans down there?
Well, no. Well, I like to sweat. I'm out playing rec softball, and it's hard to, I'm like, a guy who goes out there and runs wind sprints before the game to warm up. Butterscotch is breaking ankles. Michelle's on the.
You probably plays where they put the keg behind second.
Yeah, you ever play?
I have played that many times.
Slosh, we call it slosh ball out here.
Funny.
All right, that's a look at Major League Baseball. And Mindy, we're on 5 plays.
Heck yeah.
5 of 7. Who needs premiums when we've got the morning steam? All right, big hockey card. Let's go. Wow, we got to do this hockey card. Get rolling with it. Let's go, you guys. Got your hockey plays ready? End of the season coming up right now. 2 days left. I said 1 day yesterday. Made a mistake there. I just ignored those last 2 games on the schedule. The Bruins and the Canadiens. Well, the Montembeault is an official starter again here, I do believe, for the Canadiens today. We know they're huge underdogs, of course. The Bruins says 280 there. They're probably up to 295. They just took some steam here within the last 20 minutes or so, actually, because it had actually gone all the way down a little bit to 280-ish there, as you see on screen. But now they're back up again, approaching $3. So can the Bruins continue their? Of course they will, but you're going to have to pay the price here against the Canadiens.
Yeah, I think how these games are going to turn out. You only have a handful of teams here that kind of have something to play for. Today, I think it's going to be interesting how it plays out. I might just kind of, maybe stay away here a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and take the under. I think the Bruins might go ahead and rest some guys today. Maybe they're not going to be as aggressive. I'm not so sure. Canadians have only scored 3 goals in the last 2 games here. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to try the under. We'll see.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be with you. Looks like Swayman might be in there instead of Allmark today. Not confirmed, but Montembeault is confirmed. And I would think with these two, I want to go under. I'm on the under with you. I don't think it's an overwhelming situation with the over, considering this matchup. Here's Brent Bruins in regulation. Michelle went with the Canadians money line, like the Bruins are ready to pack it in already and just go through the motions here a little bit. Ready for the playoffs. Has their motivation kind of gone out the window? They've already set the record for wins, right? I mean, they've clinched everything there is to clinch.
Right.
Montreal going nowhere. We know that. Is this a spot for Montreal? So let's take the under and figure that not a high motivation game. Ziggy wants Montreal on the puck line. Bruins an under for Demetrius. Yeah, even with the Bruins to lay anything here today. Butterscotch will take 2.5 goals with Montreal. Over first period for Denver. TJ's way out there. He's ready to go to Omaha.
That's right. So I was gonna say, you ready to come and have some gumbo in the parking lot?
Okay, the Penguins and the Blue Jackets. Penguins here favorite. They're up to $1.90, 6.5 over 20. Mindy and
The
you
poor
know look at
Penguins.
you said it. You said it. Right now, I mean, just bummer days. What do you got here in this one?
Well, I mean, I think the Penguins are just going to be maybe a little bit defeated, a little bit deflated after missing the playoffs for the first time in, I don't know, what was it, since 2005-ish,
Oh boy.
20 years or so. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jackets here on the puck line.
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I think that it's deflating for a team like that, and I don't know. The Blue Jackets are awful, but they can get it done on the puck line. They've gotten a few done on the puck line, certainly, and I'm going to get into play with you here in this one.
All right.
See anything in the chat? Some of these games I know is going to be hard to swallow a little bit. As we play down the stretch here, and Penguins in regulation. Hello to the 209 Valley. We deducted that.
Yep, that's right.
Central
but I think
California.
it's a different little emoji or profile pic today.
What is it?
It looks like a cool car, but I can't tell.
Okay. Butterscotch agreeing with us. CBJ. Blue Jackets for Ziggy on the puck line. Zombies may be with us. Hello to Zombies today. TJ on the Penguins. Demetrius Penguins and under. This one, I don't know. I think could get a little loose, actually, with the scoring. I'm almost thinking about it as a premium, but one more here, maybe on a no. Okay, let's keep it going with this card. Not every game is a big deal here. Obviously, the Senators and the Sabres fit that category. Sabres here favored at $1.35 now. $1.35, 7 over 15.
Well, I mean, the Sabres are playing their third game in 4 nights against a rested Senators team here. I don't know. I think I'm just going to take a little bit of rest advantage here in this one. Take the Senators.
All right, Mindy, on the Sens here on the road. Yeah, Buffalo's usually a team I like to take on the road. Maybe they could be suited here against the Senators in the matchup, but I've just got to go over. I mean, I've got to go over. I know that they're going to be probably some buyback on this one at 7, but um, eh, let me dial it back a little bit. I'll go over. Not thrilled about this one at 7.
I feel like there's a theme. Not thrilled about this one today. Oh, funny.
Well, the thing is, I mean, we've been pretty strong on hockey, but starting to get a little NBA-ish.
Right. Right. You always have that in the back of your mind.
Little NBA-ish here on the end of the hockey season. Ready to go, ready to get the season over with. Okay, let's see. We got looks like some support with you on the Senators here. Ziggy would go under. I don't know. It's 7.
I kind of tend to lean over as well, Ramon.
Buffalo. I mean, doesn't seem like Ottawa is going to be able to. I know you got Ottawa, so they'll have to contribute here too. But Buffalo can. We know they can score. All right. Hurricanes and Panthers here. We know the Hurricanes. Certainly the Panther. This is a decent matchup, at least for what's going on here. Panthers are a slight favorite here at $1.15 now, and the total is mostly about 6.5 flat. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, Florida right now they've locked up a playoff spot, but they want to win this game because who wants to play the Bruins? So they're definitely motivation for Florida here, I would think, in this one. I mean, Carolina, they've won 3 of 4, and basically they're still battling with New Jersey for the division title.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the Hurricanes might want this one a little bit more. I think they want to clinch first place in the division there. Panthers give up too many goals as well. They're averaging almost 3.5 here. I'm taking the Hurricanes.
Okay, I have Ranta there. Could be Anderson. Maybe more so Anderson now, I'm thinking, than when I put this in a couple of hours ago. Probably Leon there for the Panthers. Mindy on Carolina here, it sounds like. And I think I'm going to end up agreeing here with her, actually. Florida's been playing well. Let's see what you guys are up to here. Butterscotch on Carolina. Curtis on the under. Corday under. Nate with a lean to the Canes. Brent likes Carolina here. All right, Mindy. Let's go on Carolina on the road. Yeah, well, I'm rating this game in a pick'em, so
yeah, pretty much.
Maybe there's a little bit of value there. Well, it's almost turned into a pick'em now. Florida $1.15. I have it listed there $1.15. So good game there. Good game tonight. Certainly one of the better games on this card. Zombie said, yeah, Florida been playing well, no doubt. Boy, that one's tough. I'll go with you. I'm going to go with you on that one. Red Wings and Lightning here. Red Wings took the steam, actually, in this one. But Lightning's still going to be a big favorite. They're 235 or so. 6.5 under at -115.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit the over. It's 4-1, the Red Wings last 5 here. And 4-0 to the over for the Lightning. Taking over.
Okay. Mindy with the over here in this one. Well, I don't know. I was feeling under. Maybe I'm not sure. Is there anybody want to comment in this one? Let's see what we can maybe get on here. Ugh. Yeah, Red Wings taking that steam. Maybe this is a spot for the Red Wings to hang in there. I'm going to take them and plus a goal and a half here. I think I'm going to take the Red Wings, unless somebody can talk me off of it in
Talking off
the,
the ledge.
in the chat. Well, look, Tampa's had its struggles here late, no doubt about it, and they're going to be hard pressed in that series with Toronto, and I think that's probably what it's that obviously that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Tampa Bay and Toronto. So I think they're kind of locked in. Uh, you do want to try to find a spot to play well, but when you have your doubts and you're not playing well, so give me the Red Wings here. I think the Sharps are going to be on the Red Wings. I want to be on the Red Wings too. Butterscotch though is going to lay a goal and a half. Demetrius will be with me and take the goal and a half. Valley wants to go over here first period. And Ziggy wants to go over for the game. Maple Leafs and Rangers. In this one, the Rangers just the slightest of favorites, $1.25. 6.5 under 20, maybe 6.5 under 15 in this one, Mindy. But right now with these two teams, I mean the Maple Leafs, they're in second place, so they rested players last game. I guess they could rest players again in this one as well. The Rangers, they're in third place, and they'll be basically playing the worst team, I think, of the Hurricanes and the Devils. I think.
Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of a toss up for me here. I kind of lean to the Maple Leafs. That's where I'm going to go. They are 3-0. They are putting up 4 goals a game, with the Rangers only being 1-2. So they're kind of a little bit more on a skid here. They're scoring 2 goals a game here. I think the Leafs can hold this Rangers offense down. That's where I'm going to go. Taking the Maple Leafs here, getting a little plus money, I think.
Well, given the fact that this game doesn't have a lot, that maybe their fates are sealed, I'm going to go under in this one. Here, I don't know if there'll be a big motivation to put up big numbers here. Maybe that means the defenses take the night off, but I still got Shesterkin in goal. Butterscotch is with me here. Ziggy's with me here on the under. I want to go under. Valley leaning to the under. Corday's got a pretty solid play.
Not under.
That's called a premium right there. Maple Leafs 5-2 as an underdog. Corday's got a solid play. Steph on the Leafs with you. I have concerns in that game about the Leafs and what their situation is. Rangers situation set too, but okay, Devils and Capitals now. Devils on the road. That's where I like them for the most part. They are a big favorite, though, obviously, against the Caps. $1.80, and the total 6.5 here. New Jersey just 1 point behind Carolina, and can still win the division. So I would say fully motivated. Other than the fact that you're in the playoffs, but.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and oh, I'm sorry. There was maybe a little bit of lag on my part. Sorry about that.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I think the Devils want to keep their playoff positioning here. They want to come into the playoffs with the good note. Capitals, they're finishing here a tough season. I'm going to take the Devils here and lay the big price.
Okay, I'll do it too. We'll just go money line. I put it about $1.70 or so. So No value to it necessarily, but I think they can still win. I think they have the motivation to win. They are on the road. I love the Devils on the road. I know I've been saying that kind of all season, and they haven't really been the same team on the road that they were most of the season, but nonetheless, against the Caps. And I was able to score with the Caps as a home underdog last time, but
Yep.
the Devils definitely have something to play for. Corday will be on the Caps today. No problem. I mean, sometimes you can get even in the situation that they're in. I mean, the Devils are still, if they finish in this position, probably be up against the Rangers. Not a terrible situation for the Devils, certainly. So, all right, let's take the Devils. Have another premium, and we're laying a big price, though. Well, there's some good teams here. Wild, Predators. Mindy, the Predators are going to be the slightest of favorites, $1.15. This totals 5.5. We'll see here. In this one, Minnesota, they're in the mix with the Stars for second place right now. So that's kind of where we're at with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go under the 5.5 here today with this one. It's 5-1 the Wild's last 6, especially when they're in that day 3 of 4 situation. Under 4-0-1 Predators last 5 here overall. Gonna go under the total.
Now, I know we got burned on that last 5.5 with that late goal in the 4-2, but this one feels like an under to me. I'm willing. I want to do it. It's even as 5.5 flat. I'm in. Count me in. Wild and
going under.
Well, these teams go, under. Doesn't feel that great at 5.5, but Rocco on the Preds here. Ziggy would go wild. Oh, money line. Oh, okay. I thought Ziggy was going wild on us. Blake's on the over here in this one. Scotch, our tennis. No, Scotch is our Chicago correspondent. Blake is our Tennessee correspondent. He's on the over. Scotch is on Nashville. So they're going against us there, Mindy. No, Blake is anyway. Yeah, Blake is, and it's all right. We're on the under 5.5. Thought we were going to actually hang on to that. Okay. Blues and Stars. And Stars, big favorite, of course. 225. A total 6 over 25. Maybe a little contrast. I don't know. Stars can score, but talked about how solid they've been. So what do we got here?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go under 6-1 the last 7 between these two here. 3-1-1 for the last 5 there in Dallas. I'm going to go under the total.
You are going to go under. Okay. Go under, Benji says, Blues and Dallas. And we just saw this matchup, obviously. Ziggy would go over. So, the last game, I think Blues. Corday loves the Blues on the money line. I don't know. I think the Blues can compete here as well. I'm going to take them on the puck line. Corday, Corday is taking them on the money line, of course. He's not going to hold back. I mean, the Stars, they can still win the division, but again, they're going to need help. We already talked about, Colorado's game. We're going to talk about it coming up. And they are at home against Winnipeg, but then the Colorado after that has to play Nashville tomorrow at Nashville in a back-to-back. So they've got a little bit, they're up against it a little bit is what I can say. So they're fully motivated here but does seem like the fact that Colorado has to play a game on the road, pressure's on St. Louis. All they can do is win and know it. But 209 Valley says Stars in regulation. Here's the Scotch Lock says Dallas in regulation. I knew it'd be a popular play, but I'm going to take the Blues here on the puck line today. It's funny. One thing I will say, and we have seen them. And well, no, let me wait till the next game. Let's talk about this one with the. Oh, I'm sorry, Mindy. I missed a game there. Right. Well, I just have it in the wrong order. That's all. Flyers and the Blackhawks are next. Let me get it. Oh, there was a time change. That's what it is. Okay, that's why I have, right?
Yeah, that was at 7:30 now.
Oh, that's why the Jets are there. Okay, let's go with it then. Yeah, I always want to keep it in chronological order. So here, but again, perfect anyways, because we're talking about the Avalanche and the position that they're in. What can we say here? Avalanche, $1.90, 6 over 20. So Avalanche, that look, they had their chance against the Oilers. They lost that game in overtime. They have those 2 games left. They control their own destiny. They're the big favorite here. I mean, this one opened much lower, no doubt about it. Open like maybe 150. Winnipeg, they've clinched the final playoff spot. That's it. They're in the second place wild card, and they won that game against Minnesota, so they're locked in.
Well, I was going to take a look at the under still in this one. It is 7-1. The Jets last 8. They're the Avalanche. They're 12-4-1 in their last 17 after scoring 2 goals or less their previous. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total 6.
Got to go under, especially if it's a 6 with these 2 teams. We'll see. Winnipeg may have Rittich out there today. Hellebuck probably, I would think, at the day off, considering where they're at. So, but I don't think it's a situation. Massive scoring. Colorado controls their destiny, like I said, but they got to go on the road tomorrow against Nashville. Jets are Corday's favorite play on the board today. I would say if it wasn't a situation where their, seating is already determined, I would like them in this spot, but I don't think today might be the spot. I like the under. I like these teams to go through the motions a little bit. Ziggy would take Colorado money line, or as he likes to call it, money semicolon. Butterscotch says, talking about the under 6. Look at that, 6.5 under 32, he says. Demetrius Avalanche and under. Rocco, Avalanche regulation. Thinking of adding the puck line, maybe just a first period puck line. So, all right, Mindy, we're building some.
We're doing more than I thought, actually. So that's
especially on the last day of the season. I so blew it. Tomorrow's the last day of the season, you guys. I keep messing that up. Flyers and Blackhawks. Well, I mean, you can't. Let's just talk about the best game on the board. Come on, the Flyers and the Blackhawks. This one's probably a pick 'em. I've got the Flyers a slight favorite. Total 6 under 15. The blockbuster tilt.
Can we go over at the United Center? Over 6? That's where I'm headed here today. Over 8-3 in the Flyers last 11 and 5 1-1. Blackhawks last 7 overall. Gonna go over the total.
At 6, I'll go over. Sure. I mean, I think this has 7 written all over it. Come on, the Flyers, the Blackhawks. These guys are bad, bad, bad. We know it's been a terrible season. We might see Stalock in there for Chicago. I don't think anything's confirmed, but you said over, I'll say over.
All right, over.
Heck yeah. Got to gamble tonight. I'm unfortunately with a 7-game baseball card and a bunch of hockey games that don't have any meaning. Uh, we're gambling a little bit, folks.
We are.
That's all I can. So let's not go crazy out there. But we're gambling a little bit tonight. Let's just be honest. There's going to be a little bit of volatility in these NHL games. Um, I don't have to tell you guys that, but Demetrius says the Blackhawks money line and over. Zombie's going to be heading with us. He says it's a 50-50. I think, what does that mean? Like,
that it's always a 50-50 shot.
I hope
That
he's
is
not playing
true.
50% of his
Come out on
bankroll.
the right side of the 50%.
Maybe he's playing 50% of his bankroll on this one.
There you go.
On
It could be that.
the huge Flyers Blackhawks game.
Maybe it's that, right? Maybe he's getting some money in.
Thomas Lewis says, that's what we're doing here. Yeah, we're gambling all the time. We're really gambling on this one. Butterscotch on Chicago. I'd probably
50% of his bank. He got it. All right.
Oh, gosh. Don't do no.
Just do 30%. You'll be fine.
Right? I mean, I was thinking like 0.5% of your bank.
No, you got to be at least like 20%, Ramo.
Oh, my God. On this game?
Okay.
All right, Sharks and Oilers. So here it is. So Oilers right now 460 there, actually down a little bit from 500. But I will say this, and if there are any hockey people that think they're hockey experts or people who've been betting hockey for years, especially at the end of the season, I would say this season we have not. We joked about it, Mindy, some of the money lines, but I would actually say that here at the end of the season, and if any of my hockey experts, we didn't really see as many 400 and 500 500 minus 400 and 500 favorites as we have in the last few seasons. I really thought that over the last couple of years, even before the pandemic season, but that when we got to the end of the season, there were more $4 and $5 favorites than there were this year. But here we have one with the Oilers and the Sharks.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to get on that Sharks puck line yesterday on my free play, and of course, Empty Netter got me with just seconds left. But I don't really like I don't really like it today. I know that's where Ziggy's headed. I mean, I would go ahead and probably look towards maybe 2.5 for San Jose, maybe. But it's one of those, like, I tend to like the Oilers here on the puck line. But again, then that's sitting at still minus 200. And I don't really want to play that either. I'm just going to go ahead and go over the total. Let's just go for a lights out game here with the Oilers. What you said? So what? At $5, I should win by 4 goals. Is that the deal? Something like that.
They really should. I want to go over. It feels like there'll be 9 goals or something like that scored in this game to me, maybe 10. I don't know. Can I really just go out there and sell it like that? The Oilers have been the hottest team. We know that. They're they're at 107 points. Vegas is 109 points. We know the Vegas can clinch the title. Yeah, there are games that mean things. Golden Knights, we'll talk about them in just a moment. They can clinch the title. The division title with a win tonight at Seattle. So there is meaning out there, but I gotta like this one way over. I know that might be just because, hey, the Sharks, they give up a ton of goals. Edmonton, they've been so hot. They scored goals. They're certainly motivated. It might be hard, because the games are going on at the same time. Let me see. They're actually 90 minutes ahead. So, maybe they'll be in the third period when the Vegas game's in the second period, but they're, ahead of them by 90 minutes. So they'll be playing about half the game before that Vegas even gets started. So even if Vegas, they don't score early. So I'll go over, and this one is 7 under. I say 30 there. It's 7 under 20 now. So it's
All right.
actually, yeah, it's actually
Saving
going
money.
higher. 10 goals. I'm gonna go to the alternate universe in this one, but I'll go with the line here. Butterscotch, I agree with you. In fact, um, I agree with you on that. Some of those 2.5 goals, and I always like it. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We're almost done here with the show, Mindy, and the Kings and the Ducks. Kings are going to be a big favorite here, 220, and the total in this one is currently at 6.5. For the Kings, Mindy, uh, they're all of a sudden this little bad streak they're on, they're uh, possibly going to fall into the first wild card spot, especially if Seattle can upset Vegas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go under this 6.5 here tonight. Like you said, King's been a little bit timid as of late here. I don't expect the Ducks to do too much either, but I don't think it's going to be a super high scoring game. I'll go under.
Could be Corpusalo in there. I do think Gibson will be in there one more time. I'll go under, man. Let's keep gambling and take the under in this one with the Kings and Anaheim. I just don't see two teams that are necessarily overwhelming, and we know the Ducks obviously, but it's Gibson here. I'm gonna Ziggy go over, but I want the under. So probably not going to have much on this. We might be ready to just move on, but
Yeah.
I really thought this game would be like a juiced 6, and I don't think there are any juiced 6s out there. I think they're all at 6.5. Let's see. Yeah, 6.5. All pretty much 6.5 flat. There's been very little movement on the total in this game. I want under. I want under for sure. Actually, probably a premium, Mindy, if it was if it wasn't for Ducks money line for Grimsey here. Yeah, I've gotten burned trying to take the Ducks. Steam came in on the Ducks. It's not going to affect the line too much. Kings are definitely well. The Ducks don't. Ducks are pretty bad at home. But Ducks are bad, period. But they don't score enough upsets really at home, and they're on that massive. Is it 13 games now? Is it? Or is it, what is it? It's 13 in a row. Is it 16 straight as an underdog? Or is it 13 straight as an underdog? 16 straight? So I even got burned. I tried to take them the other night. That was a bad call.
Loser of 17.
Okay.
17 in a row was what I
tried
had.
to ignore it's so bad, but
Losses as home underdogs.
okay, okay. Is that what it is? Thank you. I knew it was so. There's basically 2 bad streaks going. Okay, so we'll take the under here, and man, we got plays in hockey.
We do.
Who cares if the games don't matter? Like Tony said, there's still money to be made. All right, the Canucks and the Coyotes. The Canucks here $1.50, 6.5 over 15 in this one. Season's over for them. For both teams. Coyotes have stumbled again down the stretch, but they are at home where I love to take them.
Yeah, I don't know who I want to take in this one. It's one of those I want to try to lean to Canucks, but again, I know Coyotes are good here at home, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the under. 4-0 in Canucks last 4 overall, 5-0 in Coyotes last 5 Thursday games. I'm gonna go under the total here.
Okay, fair enough, Mindy. With let's see, if there's a Demko in there, it could be Connor Delia in there today. So let's not. Hopefully, it is because I want to take Arizona. and you want to take the under, so I think you'd want Demko in there. But I'm gonna, I can't get off Arizona.
Well,
Take them
Canucks
here.
at 150 is a little bit steep, right? I mean,
Right. I mean, Vancouver's played okay down. Obviously falling short. Butterscotch on Vancouver. Ziggy will take him on the puck line. I don't want him on the puck line at 185. I want him on the money line. Demetrius Canucks money line and under. I'm on Arizona money line. So, all right, let's wrap it up. Golden Knights on the road here. Brossois minus $1.20. Total 6/15 against the Kraken. Could be Grubauer. Did see this Decord in there as well. So we do know, like I said, Vegas in an important spot. Obviously, this is a game that means that the Colorado 2 more games. Like I said, they control their own destiny. So
yeah, I'm probably going to be rooting for the Kraken, but I'm going to go ahead and take the under. It's 15-7-2. Golden Knights last 24 road games to the under, and 4-0 in the Kraken's last 4 Thursday games. Going under in this one, Ramon.
That was going to be a premium for me if you didn't take it, so I will take the under with you in this one. Both teams with something to play for, so I think that spells it out for me. And I meant, listing the goalies there, but I don't know. I think Grubauer may be in there because, like I said, Seattle, they're on a hot streak again. They can catch Los Angeles for third place if it just happens to work out. They're playing the Ducks, so I'll take the under in this one. How many plays did we end up with today? Wow.
Look in the chat. Look.
Somebody put it in there?
I did.
Oh. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and get our premium picks, our best picks every day. Butterscotch VGK. Curtis had an over on the game, totally going against us there. Gourdet on the puck line with the Coyotes. Coyotes for the crowd of the big 5,000 fans. Is that what you mean, 209? You make fun of it, but I don't think it's terrible. A native of planet India here today.
Hello, you're back.
Want some cricket chat? I better turn on the cricket match and see what's going on. Maybe that'll be our cricket coverage for the year. Oh, it's not on ESPN Plus, that game. Oh man. Okay.
It's gonna take me forever to write this out.
Huh?
It's gonna take me forever to write this out.
Yeah, well, I'll talk some more about what's going on. Demetrius, Kraken, and the under. All right, yeah, there's our baseball from Mindy. Take a look, everybody. Screenshot it or Orioles run line. Yankees under. Blue Jays over. Padres under. And Cardinals on the run line. Hi, native of planet India. And my favorite, I don't know, my favorite cricket right now actually might be the Big Bash League. I kind of like the fun they have there with that league. Some steam came in here on the Capitals, Mindy. We're going to be getting a little bit better price on the Devils. I'm showing steam coming in on the Caps right now. Let me see what that price is. Down to, oh man, we're going to be able to get like 160, 165,
right.
70 now with the Devils. So Caps taking steam. Also mentioned some more steam. One that we're not going to get as good a price on. The Orioles are taking steam right now. They're up to 250 or higher on the money line right now. That came in about uh, uh, maybe 8 minutes ago. The Baltimore Orioles taking steam, now currently up to 235 or so. Oh, I saw them taking steam at 250. So we'll see. Maybe that's still going to be climbing. Yeah, Circa moved to 250 now. And the Pittsburgh Penguins also taking some steam, approaching $2 here on the road against Columbus. So that'll give us a little value there. Red Sox and Tampa Bay took some steam to the over about 25 or 30 minutes ago while we were talking about it. Mindy went under in that game, so she's going to be getting a little better price. Let's touch on a few steam plays there while Mindy gets us our plays. Okay, so there was the baseball, and here comes the hockey. Bruins under, Blue Jackets puck line, Hurricanes money line, Devils money line, Wild under, Jets under, Flyers over, Oilers over, Ducks under, Kraken under. We are strong on NHL totals. Like I said, let's tread lightly.
Yeah, we totally did that.
But NHL totals are kind of our thing.
True.
Corday was the one that moved the line with his big.
All right, nice.
Up on the Caps.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. Wasn't even the amount as so much as it was just the fact that he was on him. They were like, "Hey, we got a sharp here."
That's right.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much. Head on over to our website, Tony'sPicks.com, where we have our premium picks. The slim pickings today, maybe Mindy, but look, NBA playoffs going to be rolling here. Make fun of this NHL card. It's a big card. We'd be way more excited if there were much more on the line. But yeah, some of the games are important. We're on some games. Like I said, I expect volatility. That doesn't mean I'm saying I'm worried about the game. We could sweep them. That's just it. Could sweep them. Could get reverse sweep. Just as a little bit more suspect, like we see in all sports when you got the end of the season. So thanks, everybody. We'll catch you again. More morning steam on Friday with NBA playoffs. So, cool. All right. Thanks, everyone. Great job. And get us out of here. All right. There we go. All right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.